I mean, I do see you will be talking to her. I can't tell you when, though, because everything is being laid out for the both of you.
Okay.
Because if you were to try to... Go ahead.
This nursing I received,
Yeah.
so that it was her birthday.
Ah!
I looked at the clock. Yeah, because I looked at the clock, and I'm getting this nudge, and I'm like, she's thinking about me. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. And so later on, it's like slapped me inside the head and told me it was her birthday. And I looked at the time, and it was like a couple of hours after her birthday.
Yeah, your intuition's getting stronger. See,
I'm like, oh my goodness, something's really going on.
yeah, so you're just getting prepared for the right time when it's going to supposed to take place.
Okay.
Okay, so you're doing good. Just don't get thrown off by other people's agendas.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I hope that helped you.
It helps a lot. I really appreciate you taking the time.
All right, thank you, dear. Stay blessed.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Okay, next caller. Area code 252, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
And how are you today?
I'm fine. I just browsing through and I see that you really have good conversation, and I just want to see, can I get a reading?
Yeah, you can get a general reading or to answer a question. That's up to you.
Just a regular reading. I don't really have any questions right at this moment.
Okay, so what happens when we do a general reading? We listen to what your soul wants you to know or to communicate to you at this time. Ah.
Okay.
So 2 cards popped up. And I have to figure out what that means. Interesting. So the butterfly card is upside down. And that relates to, let me just find it. Well, usually it's about transformation. It's called new birth, new love, and joy are coming. Okay, so you don't have anything new. Transformation is inevitable, so you're not in the transitional state. Why? You'll be easier than expected. Embrace new beginnings. Okay, so something new cannot come in because of, and then I got a card that was on the Ring Circus. Something new can't come in because independence is the key now as you step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. Recognize that all wisdom you've acquired along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important. So are you able to take and be independent and be self-reliant?
Yeah. Absolutely so.
Okay.
Does it feel like a struggle?
Does it feel like a struggle, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it mean that self-reliant person, is it a struggle or does it come with ease?
Oh, we lost her. Do you remember what area code that was?
No. 90. Did we do 901?
Well, that's funny because 901 is here, but I don't remember if that's it. Area code 901. Did we just talk to you a few minutes ago?
Yeah, we talked about the
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure, sweetie. Thank you. Okay, so we lost that other caller, but hopefully this other caller, even if that information is not meant for her, maybe it might be meant for somebody else. I don't see this person calling back in. Sometimes people will call in and they want information, but yet they don't. Or some people will call in and just want to see if what we're doing is real. But then there's also that the universe, and that's what they're saying, is they triggered a question. And we're supposed to do this, and this is for somebody that's listening. So they're not able to transform something, whether they're independent or not, because if they're too independent, then they're not allowing in the help. They're not allowing in the transition because they don't want change to occur. Some people can control their situation way too much, and that won't allow change to occur. Does that make sense, Jen?
Yeah, well, when I was doing it, when I was asking, she said that she was a self-reliant person, but my question was, did it come with struggle? And so the fact that the call was dropped would indicate a struggle that they have to fight, either though they may be self-reliant, they have to fight for everything, or push, or not understand when things are out of control.
Exactly, and that's why you have to control it in that fashion. Because you know it's going to be out of control. Now the fox came up, there are two cards that flipped up at the same time, but this is reversed. But the upright position says situations are shifting, magic is afoot. Do not reveal too much of your plans. Look to what might be camouflaged around you. So there's something being exposed here. And maybe that is for us, is that to expose the fact that this caller was just supposed to call in to give, so that we would give this reading to whoever it is that's supposed to really be receiving it. That's what I'm looking at. So I'm going to go a little bit further then. If you have had life as a struggle, and you've created and gone to the extreme independence of making sure that you have a backbone and you stand tall, then just like with our first caller, that you may be so strong and good at it, you have missed that you have to heal the cause of why you had to be that way in the first place. And if that's the case, then you have to look at what is fueling your passion. Because if the passion is being fueled by always have to making sure that false self-assuredness, to being assured that everything is going to be okay before you can do anything, what's going to happen is that you're not going to have completion. You're literally going to cause yourself to be incomplete, even though it'll feel like, oh, I'm in charge, I just completed it. But you're always going to be answering the same story over and over again. You are going to keep trying to force the same ending to the story, and the story just wants to be finished out the way it needs to be, not how you want it to be. Because literally it'll actually stop your movement and your growth. And that actually can cause you to hide the cause. So it's not available. Okay, whoever that was supposed to be for, hopefully you were able to be able to listen to it. Now somebody said in the chat room, how can I listen to the show in the archives? I could hear my reading very well. Oh, good. And it was okay. I could hear my reading very well. It was really broken up. Okay, so in this case, the person did get through. Now, how do you listen to the archives is when you go back to type in Medicine Women Reveal, and under Seers of the Soul, it says you can put the date, which you have to remember is April 16th. How do you go back to the archives? Because it'll say, does it say archives or what does it say? I forgot what it's called.
Well, it'll have the date, it has a different date, and then you go to the date of the show, and it should be able to pull up, right?
Right, I'm just trying to remember the tab, because there was an actual tab that you could go and click on to look at past. Because when you go and look under the certain date, if you look under Medicine Women Reveal, you should have like 3 or 4 tabs. Upcoming show, what's on air now. Oh, demand, what's on demand. Demand is what's the archives, I believe it is. Now that's interesting. The most recent shows. Octarine says to tab for the recent shows. I believe it is on demand. Okay, now we need to give this person, hopefully she'll listen a little bit further, because we're going to give her a reading that has not been influenced by other guides. So we're going to re-get into this woman's, Sherry's, energy field real quick. And we're going to give her another reading. The idea is the dry desert. So her idea is, let's look and see what happens.
Oh, I had pulled cards, but I didn't know who they were for.
They're for her. So go ahead and read yours first.
Okay, so as a child, this person did not receive love from their parents because the balance of career and home life was not established. They need a second opinion about how to heal what this is causing in their life, and they need to leave this situation behind. They can't see things accurately, and they don't have joy in their life based on this root cause.
Keep talking, Jen.
So the hello and goodbye card, that's about, and so there's two different ways that this person, two different decks that this person started reading about how to leave things behind. That it's okay to lose your friend, it's okay to leave a work situation if it's not for the benefit of who you are.
Yeah, what's interesting is I'm looking at the clues around me. The wind is so hard that the doors are being blown open. A friend just happened to walk in and the doorbell is ringing. So we got to look at all these things. So hi. If you just want to drop that off, that's fine.
I'm sorry, you're in the middle of your blog talk?
Yes, I am.
Oh, hello.
Hello. And so hello, Miss Terry. That's what we're going to do. Jen's calling from California, so Jen's here.
Hey, Jen.
So usually we look at ideas of what's going on. What are these clues? So I got the dry desert, which is dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. Now, does that go along with what you just read, Jen?
The situation of being adaptable. So that things were out of balance. And so isn't that what wind represents to some degree too, that it feels chaotic and out of balance?
If it's too hard, yes. And then it opens up doors of opportunity, and sometimes we see them as a nuisance, or the flow that needs to be there. So this person, I'm just curious.
Well, it's also about how to leave a stressful situation behind. Does it have to be chaotic when the door of opportunity opens, and or is it so outside of the comfort zone that?
Oh, I got it. Distractions. How can you focus on what you want if everything and everybody wants your attention? If there's a constant distraction. And the constant distraction is there to give that person comfort because they did not know how to handle or cope with what was going on in their life any other way. So they want to feel important, but they're not sure how to feel important because their life, their parents and whoever was around them had to have a job, had to be busy, had to do things. And so the child wasn't sure how to cope with it because it wanted to feel just as important. And here's the thing is if they are able to be adaptable, but I'm wondering if they're tired of being adaptable. That's the question.
Of course, because it had to do with the balance home and work life with the parents' love and the child card, and that when we don't understand when our parents are going to work or have to go to work or need to do that, it feels like the whole world is crumbling sometimes as a child.
Well, here's an interesting part. Is that the synergy, they don't know how to create the energy flow of the adult world. How can they show love while they're busy working? How can they, because they're repeating the pattern, they don't want to repeat the pattern. How can I do what I need to do and yet create the synergy of where they are in their world, because the main card is saying that it needs to release. And the thing that they need to release is how the innocence of the child, like the child does not see it as bad. When a child is innocent, that's not tainted. They don't use judgment. They don't use logical reasons or illogical thinking. They are just love, and in the moment keep pursuing forward. So they're saying, please keep pursuing forward without judgment. Allow yourself to be able to move forward. You will create the synergy you need, but you have to release that part of yourself that your child part said, what? It said it didn't know how to handle or adapt. It needed to have family and friends around them at all times. And they feel alone. I would have to definitely say that that was for her, because the distractions, getting cut off, not able to be moving forward, caused the situation where she wasn't sure how to adapt. She did know how to reconnect and ask a question. So she'll have to, she always gets the after effects. It'll have, the information will come in afterwards. Okay, so anyways, the call line got dropped, and so would you like to sit and chat just a minute with us? Huh? What's that? Yeah, exactly.
Well, apparently I'm supposed to.
Excellent. Hey, what we have with us, she is also a medicine woman, and her name's Terry. Terry, would you like to come and sit with us? Hopefully you can get your chair in the camera view, hopefully.
Oh, that's okay.
And if not, that's fine. But we're talking to Jen in California. And now we have Terry here, and let's just find out what our jam session is going to be about. So what have you been doing today?
Actually, I just finished teaching in St. John's, and I just talked to Paula, and she might be showing up in about 10 minutes.
So we're going to have a bunch of medicine women here
Maybe
all
so.
at once, because we
Maybe
have another
maybe
medicine
so.
woman that may be here. That's interesting. Because like I said, I did not have today's agenda. They didn't give it to me. They just said, go to the seat of your pants. I said, well, that's not surprising. A lot of times I do that anyways. So let's find out more about this interesting energy that's around us, because it wants to communicate, it just doesn't know how to be clear. Okay, and because it's not able to be clear, then that means that the vibration is now just coming into play. It's not quite, it doesn't have words for it yet. Because the card I just pulled up said, in reversed, it's the Field of Dreams. Are your dreams your own, or are they really someone else's? Have you chased money, possession, and prestige? Have you placed security above fulfillment? Has approval seeking played a major role in your motivation to succeed? This is the time for you to assess the validity of your dreams, your talents, and your willingness to be a channel for inspiration and creativity. Don't be afraid to enter the fields of dreams, for you can always clear the ground for new and better things to grow. Nature has a way of self-correcting if you're willing to act with authenticity. The power to create is inside of you. Jen, pull a card, an angel card or something. Because I feel you need to elaborate on that. Yeah, something just doesn't feel completely right. We still have her here online. Somewhere. Don't make any judgments. We know, alright, so I won't make any judgments.
I forgot I had muted because the train was going by.
Okay, so the train represents something. Alright, so you pull.
We're right next to a station, and it blows its whistle, and it could be...
The train is running on a prescribed track.
Ah! Make sure when you talk loud enough, my dear.
The train is running on a prescribed track, and we're just coming out of an era where it was normal, quote unquote, to subjugate your dreams in order to be responsible.
Oh, that's absolutely true. Because right now we are learning to stop making judgments about ourselves, about the situation, and learning that we don't have to follow everybody else's dreams, their rules. It's the pimp in the hoe. Because the world was basically, if you look at it, it is ghetto physics. It is the pimp in the hoe on every situation. Everybody's pimping or everybody's hoeing one way or the other. But we have to be done using making the judgments. You're not able to bring in the yin energy if we're constantly using the judgment as the key to creating synergy.